Most people over 60 believe that eating fruit is always healthy. After all, it's natural, packed with vitamins, and comes straight from Mother Nature. But what if I told you that some of the fruits we grew up loving, the ones we think are safe, could actually be silently raising your blood sugar, draining your energy, and even slowing your metabolism? Let me tell you a quick story. Margaret, 67, started every morning with a bowl of grapes and a banana. She thought it was the perfect healthy breakfast, light, fresh, and full of nutrients. But after a few months, she noticed something odd. Her energy crashed mid-morning, her clothes felt tighter, and her doctor mentioned her blood sugar was creeping up. She hadn't added desserts or soda, just fruit. That's when she learned the surprising truth. Not all fruit is harmless, especially after 60. As we age, our body changes the way it handles sugar, even the natural kind from fruit. The pancreas becomes less efficient. Our cells don't respond to insulin as well, and our liver processes fructose more slowly. What used to be harmless in our 30s or 40s can now send blood sugar soaring in our 60s or 70s. Here's the tricky part. These aren't candies or sodas. They're fruits that have long been called healthy. Maybe you've noticed that after a fruit-heavy breakfast, you feel sleepy or hungry again too soon. That's your body's way of saying, this sugar spike isn't working for me anymore. And the worst offenders might surprise you. Some of them, like grapes, mangoes, and bananas, can raise blood sugar almost as fast as a cookie. The sugar hides behind a natural label, but your body can't always tell the difference. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 worst sugary fruits people over 60 should never eat, and even better, we'll show you the 5 safer, doctor-approved swaps that protect your energy and blood sugar without giving up sweetness. You might already have some of these in your kitchen right now, so stay with me until the end, because fruit number 1 shocks almost everyone, even health-conscious people. And right after that, I'll share exactly which fruits can help you stay satisfied, energized, and healthy every day. Welcome to Senior Wellness, where we make staying healthy simple, science-based, and realistic, especially for people over 60 who want to feel their best again. For most of our lives, we've been told that the sugar in fruit is natural and therefore safe. It's just fructose, right? But here's the truth most people over 60 never hear. Even natural sugar can become a problem when your body's ability to handle it changes with age. When you eat a piece of fruit, your body breaks down the sugar into 2 main types, glucose and fructose. Glucose enters your bloodstream quickly and raises your blood sugar. Your pancreas then releases insulin to help move that sugar into your cells for energy. Fructose, on the other hand, is processed in the liver, not the bloodstream, which means your liver decides what to do with it. When you're young and active, your liver easily converts fructose into fuel. But after 60 beds, your metabolism slows, your muscles use less sugar, and your liver can start turning that extra fructose into fat. It's like your body's sugar filter starts to clog over time. The same apple that gave you steady energy at 30 might now leave you tired, bloated, or craving more sweets an hour later. And if you eat several high-sugar fruits a day, like bananas, grapes, or mangoes, those healthy sugars can quietly raise your triglycerides, increase fat around your liver, and make your blood sugar harder to control. Many older adults notice the signs but don't connect the dots. Maybe you feel a burst of energy right after eating fruit, but then you crash, or you find it harder to lose weight even though you're eating healthy. That's often because of how your cells respond to insulin. With age, our muscle and fat cells become less sensitive to it, a condition called insulin resistance. That means the sugar stays in your blood longer, leading to energy dips, inflammation, and higher risk for diabetes or heart issues. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop eating fruit. Far from it. Fruits are still an incredible source of fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins, but not all fruits are created equal. The key is learning which ones support your body's changing metabolism, and which ones quietly work against it. For example, a handful of grapes may look innocent, but they contain about 23 grams of sugar, nearly the same as a chocolate bar. A ripe banana, about 20 grams, plus a fast digestion rate that floods your blood with glucose in minutes. Compare that to a small green apple or a bowl of berries, which deliver sweetness with fiber that slows absorption and keeps your sugar levels steady. Fiber acts like a natural speed bump for sugar. The more fiber your fruit has, the slower your body absorbs the sugar, and the less your blood sugar spikes. That's why whole fruits are better than fruit juices or smoothies when you blend or juice. You destroy much of that natural fiber, and what's left is a concentrated sugar hit your body can't handle as well anymore. If you've ever had a healthy smoothie and felt sleepy afterward, that's your blood sugar rising and then crashing. It's not your imagination. It's your metabolism talking. So, what's the takeaway here? For people over 60, natural sugar isn't always safe just because it comes from fruit. It's about portion, fiber, and the fruit's glycemic load, how fast it raises your blood sugar. The goal isn't to cut out fruit, but to choose wisely. Pick fruits with more fiber and less sugar, and pair them with protein or healthy fat like nuts, yogurt, or chia seeds to keep your energy steady throughout the day. In the next part, we'll start our countdown with two of the sneakiest sugary fruits people over 60 often eat every day, thinking they're doing something healthy. You might be surprised to learn they can spike blood sugar as fast as dessert. Let's begin our countdown with two fruits that look completely harmless, the kind you probably have sitting in your kitchen right now. They're bright, juicy, and full of memories from childhood. But for people over 60, they can quietly raise blood sugar, steal your energy, and leave you wondering why your healthy diet isn't making you feel any better. The first one might surprise you. Grapes, those tiny, bite-sized fruits, seem like the perfect snack, no peeling, no cutting, just wash and eat. But that convenience hides a sugary secret. A single cup of grapes contains around 23 grams of sugar, almost the same as a small candy bar, and very little fiber to slow it down. That means the sugar rushes straight into your bloodstream within minutes. You might feel an instant lift of energy, but it doesn't last. Soon your blood sugar crashes, leaving you tired, hungry, or craving more sweets. For someone in their 30s, that might not be a big deal, but after 60 years, our insulin sensitivity drops. The same handful of grapes that once gave you a quick boost can now overwhelm your body's ability to manage sugar. Over time, that constant roller coaster can raise triglycerides, add fat around the belly, and even stress your heart. The solution isn't to swear off fruit, it's to swap smart. If you love something sweet and refreshing, try berries instead. Blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries have less than half the sugar of grapes, plus fiber and antioxidants that help protect your heart and brain. Think of it this way. Grapes give you sugar fast. Berries give you nutrition slow. When you eat berries, your blood sugar rises gently, stays steady, and your energy remains even throughout the morning. Now, let's move to fruit number 4, mangoes. They're soft, golden, and taste like sunshine. Mangoes feel indulgent yet healthy, a treat that seems far better than dessert. But a single medium mango can carry as much as 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a can of soda. When you're over 60, your body simply can't process that amount of sugar quickly enough. Here's what happens. The sweet flavor triggers your brain's reward center, encouraging you to eat more. Meanwhile, your blood sugar shoots up. Your pancreas scrambles to release insulin, and within an hour or two, your energy crashes. You might even feel sleepy or foggy. Over time, these repeated spikes and crashes can worsen insulin resistance, promote fat buildup around the liver, and make blood sugar harder to control. What makes mangoes tricky is their image. They're rich in vitamin C, beta-carotene, and fiber, all good things. But for older adults, the sugar load simply outweighs the benefits when eaten often or in large portions. A smart alternative, kiwi. It's still tropical and flavorful, but with roughly half the sugar of mango and almost twice the fiber. Kiwi's tangy taste satisfies the craving for something sweet, but it digests more slowly and doesn't overload your bloodstream. Plus, it's packed with antioxidants and vitamin C, which support immune health and skin vitality, two things that matter as we age. If you've ever felt tired after a healthy fruit smoothie that included mango or grapes, now you know why. Even though the sugar is natural, your body doesn't see much difference once it hits the bloodstream. And when that sugar rush happens without enough fiber or protein, your energy drops just as fast as it rose. That's why pairing fruit with something that slows digestion, like a handful of nuts, a scoop of Greek yogurt, or a slice of cheese can make a big difference. It's not about giving up sweetness, it's about balance. So as we move through this list, keep this mindset. Fruit is healthy, but portion and type matter more than ever. After 60 or a small change, like replacing grapes with berries or swapping mangoes for kiwi, can lower your daily sugar intake by dozens of grams and keep your blood sugar steady all day long. So far, we've revealed two fruits that often pretend to be innocent, but act like sugar bombs: grapes and mangoes. They're not villains, but they're unbalanced. Too much sugar, not enough fiber, too easy to overeat. And when your metabolism isn't as fast as it once was, that imbalance can make all the difference between steady energy and constant fatigue. In the next part, we'll keep counting down with two more fruits, ones that sound even healthier, often recommended by doctors and diet books, yet can spike your blood sugar as fast as dessert. One of them you'll find at almost every breakfast buffet. The other, a tiny tropical fruit, is loved across Asia but can flood your body with sugar in just a few bites. Keep watching, because once you see what's next, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Now that we've seen how grapes and mangoes can play tricks on your blood sugar, let's keep the countdown going with two fruits that sound perfectly healthy, even doctor approved, but can quietly cause trouble once you're over 60. The first one shows up at almost every hotel breakfast buffet and backyard barbecue: pineapple. Bright, juicy, and refreshing. It feels like the ultimate healthy treat. Many people love to eat it fresh or blend it into smoothies, thinking it's lighter than dessert. And in a way, it is. Pineapple is rich in vitamin C and an enzyme called bromelain that helps digestion. But here's what most people don't realize. A single cup of pineapple chunks has about 16 grams of sugar and very little fiber to slow that sugar down. That means as soon as you eat it, your blood sugar spikes fast, even faster than a banana. For someone over 60, that quick rise puts extra stress on your pancreas, which already works harder to release insulin. The result? You might feel great for a little while, but soon after, your energy drops, leaving you tired or craving another snack. And if you enjoy pineapple juice, the impact is even stronger. Juicing removes nearly all the fiber, turning a healthy fruit into a pure sugar liquid. That's why even though pineapple has some benefits, doctors often suggest treating it more like a dessert than a daily snack, something to enjoy occasionally. In small portions, a smarter swap for pineapple is a green apple. Unlike its sweeter red cousin, green apples have less sugar, more fiber, and a crisp tartness that satisfies the craving without spiking your blood sugar. They also contain pectin, a type of soluble fiber that helps with digestion, supports gut health, and may even help lower cholesterol. Plus, that satisfying crunch gives your brain a signal of fullness, so you're less likely to overeat later. So, if you love a bit of brightness in your morning, trade that pineapple slice for a few apple wedges. You'll still get that fresh taste, but with a fraction of the sugar and twice the balance. Now let's move to fruit number 2. And this one might surprise many people from Asian backgrounds, or those who enjoy tropical fruits. Lychee, sometimes called longan. These tiny, sweet jewels are often seen as elegant, natural treats, bite-sized gifts from nature. They look harmless, but don't let their size fool you. A single cup of lychees contains around 29 grams of sugar, which is nearly the same as 2 scoops of ice cream. The problem isn't just the sugar content, it's how easy they are to overeat. They're small, soft, and delicious. So before you know it, you've eaten a dozen. That sudden rush of fructose can send your blood sugar soaring, then crashing. And for older adults, those crashes can trigger fatigue, irritability, or even dizziness. Doctors warn that tropical fruits like lychee, longan, and rambutan are among the highest in sugar per bite. They're fine once in a while, but eating them daily, especially on an empty stomach, is like pouring a quick shot of sugar into your bloodstream. If you love that tropical flavor and refreshing sweetness, a better alternative is citrus fruit oranges, grapefruits, or even mandarins. They have natural sweetness, but they also contain water, fiber, and vitamin C that help slow absorption. The glycemic index, how fast sugar enters your blood, is much lower than lychee or pineapple. And here's a tip that surprises many people. Citrus fiber, especially from the white pith under the peel, can actually help stabilize blood sugar and support heart health. That's why eating a whole orange is much better than drinking orange juice. The juice gives you sugar. The whole fruit gives you control. When you swap out high-sugar tropical fruits for citrus or green apples, you're not just cutting sugar. You're giving your body nutrients that help it use energy more efficiently. You'll notice steadier energy, fewer crashes, and even better digestion. So let's recap. Fruit number 3 was pineapple. Delicious but deceptively sugary. And fruit number 2 was lychee or longan. Small yet extremely high in sugar. Both are beautiful in moderation, but they're not everyday fruits for people over 60 who want to protect their blood sugar and heart health. In the next part, we'll reveal fruit number 1. The single most common fruit that almost everyone believes is healthy, but that experts say older adults should be very careful with. It's probably in your fruit basket right now, and you've likely eaten it hundreds of times, thinking it was doing your body good. But after 60 years, this one can become a hidden sugar trap that messes with your energy, your weight, and your blood sugar stability. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn next might completely change how you think about fruit and how you start your mornings. If this is starting to open your eyes about how fruit really affects your body after 60 years, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one fruit you eat every day and do you think it might be one of these hidden sugar traps? Let me know down in the comments. Your experiences actually help shape what we cover next here on Senior Wellness, because chances are, if you're wondering about it, so are thousands of others watching right now. And if you're finding this helpful, please take a second to tap that like button. It tells YouTube that videos like this are worth sharing with more people who want simple, science-backed health tips. And of course, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the little bell so you never miss our weekly videos that help you stay strong, steady, and full of energy after 60 heat. We've still got the top 2 fruits coming up, including the number 1 most common healthy fruit that's secretly one of the worst for your blood sugar. You might even have it in your fruit bowl right now. Stay with me. You'll want to hear this before your next breakfast. And now we've reached the number 1 fruit on our list, the one that surprises almost everyone. It's in nearly every kitchen, featured in breakfast bowls, smoothies, and diet plans. Most of us grew up hearing it was one of the healthiest fruits you could eat. But once you pass 60, this common favorite can become one of the worst offenders for your blood sugar. That fruit is the banana. Bananas seem perfect, convenient, soft, and packed with potassium. They're the go-to choice for breakfast, a quick snack, or even a midnight bite. But here's what many people don't realize. As bananas ripen, their starch turns into simple sugar. That's why a ripe banana tastes so sweet. One medium banana contains around 16 to 20 grams of sugar. And when it's fully ripe with brown spots, that sugar digests extremely fast. For someone over 60, whose insulin sensitivity has already declined, that quick sugar surge can hit like a sugar rush from candy. Your blood sugar spikes, insulin rushes in, and within an hour, your energy drops, sometimes leaving you more tired than before you ate. It's why many people who have a banana for breakfast feel sleepy by mid-morning or crave another carb snack before lunch. Doctors often describe bananas as deceptively healthy. Yes, they have potassium and magnesium, which are great for the heart and muscles. But the problem is the speed at which your body absorbs the sugar. A ripe banana has almost no fiber left to slow down digestion, so it sends a burst of glucose straight into your bloodstream. Over time, this pattern can lead to insulin resistance, the body's way of saying, "I'm tired of handling so much sugar." That resistance doesn't just increase diabetes risk. It also leads to energy crashes, midsection weight gain, and more inflammation in the body. So does that mean you should give up bananas completely? Not necessarily. It's all about how and when you eat them. If you love bananas, there are two smarter ways to enjoy them without the sugar overload. The first is to choose small, green bananas, the kind that's not fully ripe. When bananas are still slightly green, they contain more resistant starch, a special kind of fiber that acts more like a prebiotic than a sugar. Your body digests it slowly, keeping your blood sugar steady while feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Green bananas aren't as sweet, but they're far better for long-term blood sugar control. The second option is to swap bananas for avocados. They might not taste sweet, but they offer the same creamy texture, plus healthy fats and potassium, with almost no sugar. Avocados help stabilize blood sugar, support heart health, and keep you full for hours. You can blend them into smoothies, spread them on toast, or slice them with a sprinkle of lemon and salt. Many older adults find that once they cut out daily bananas, their morning energy improves dramatically. They feel more balanced, less sleepy, and notice fewer cravings throughout the day. It's not magic. It's simply keeping your blood sugar in check. So, if you're still starting your day with a banana, try this instead. Have half an avocado on whole grain toast, or a few slices of green apple with almond butter. You'll still feel satisfied, but without that sugar roller coaster. Now that we've gone through all 5 fruits, grapes, mangoes, pineapple, lychee, and bananas, you can see a clear pattern. It's not that fruit is bad, it's that our bodies after 60 handle sugar differently. And by knowing which fruits to limit and which to enjoy, you can keep your energy steady, your heart strong, and your blood sugar balanced. Coming up next, we'll build your personal solution stack, simple, science-backed habits, and fruit swaps that make eating healthy easy again. You'll learn how to enjoy fruit the smart way, with balance, pleasure, and confidence every single day. Now that you know which fruits can quietly spike your blood sugar, let's talk about what to do instead. Because the truth is, you don't have to give up fruit. You just need to eat it the smart way. A few simple habits can transform how your body responds to natural sugar, giving you steady energy, fewer cravings, and better control over your blood sugar all day long. The first step is to choose low glycemic fruits, the ones that release sugar slowly and come with plenty of fiber. Think berries, kiwi, green apples, citrus fruits, and avocados. These are your best friends after 60. They help keep your blood sugar stable, your digestion smooth, and your energy consistent. Even just swapping one high-sugar fruit for one of these can make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Second, pair your fruit with protein or healthy fats. This single habit can change everything. When you eat fruit alone, especially in the morning, sugar hits your bloodstream fast. But when you combine it with protein or fat, like yogurt, nuts, or chia seeds, it slows absorption. That means no sharp sugar spikes, no crashes, and no mid-morning exhaustion. Third, watch your portion size. A good rule of thumb is 1 cup of fruit or a piece the size of your palm per serving. Our metabolism naturally slows with age, so even healthy sugar can build up if we eat too much of it. It's not about restriction, it's about balance. Fourth, time your fruit wisely. Many people find that eating fruit as a mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack, rather than first thing on an empty stomach, keeps their blood sugar more stable. And if you're planning to enjoy a sweeter fruit, do it after a meal when other nutrients are already in your system to buffer the sugar. Finally, hydrate well. Dehydration makes your blood thicker and raises your blood sugar faster. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. And if you want flavor, infuse it with lemon or cucumber. It's refreshing, and it supports your body's natural ability to manage sugar efficiently. These small shifts, low GI fruit, pairing with protein, mindful portions, smart timing, and hydration may seem simple, but together they create powerful results. Within a few weeks, you'll likely notice steadier energy, better digestion, fewer cravings, and even improved focus. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about awareness and gentle adjustments that make your golden years stronger and brighter. When you feed your body smarter, it rewards you with energy, clarity, and confidence every single day. Up next, we'll wrap it all together. a quick recap of the 5 sugary fruits to limit, the 5 better swaps to enjoy freely, and a few common myths about fruit that confuse even the most health-conscious people. Stay with me. This final part ties everything together beautifully. Before we wrap up, let's clear up a few common myths because this is where most people get confused about fruit and sugar. Myth number 1. Fruit sugar is natural, so it's harmless. Not exactly. Yes, the sugar in fruit is natural, but your body still processes it as sugar. What matters most isn't where the sugar comes from, but how much and how fast it enters your bloodstream. When you eat high-sugar fruits with little fiber, like bananas or grapes, the effect can be almost identical to eating sweets. The secret is fiber. It's what turns sugar into steady energy instead of a spike and crash. Myth number 2. Smoothies are always healthy. They can be, but most store-bought or homemade smoothies pack more sugar than a dessert. When you blend fruit, you break down its natural fiber, and without that buffer, your body absorbs the sugar lightning fast. If you love smoothies, balance them with protein or healthy fats like Greek yogurt, flaxseed, or avocado. Myth number 3. Bananas are good for your heart, so you should eat one every day. They do have potassium, yes, but daily bananas can raise blood sugar if they're ripe and large. The trick is variety. Mix in green apples, citrus, or avocados for the same heart-friendly nutrients with far less sugar. So let's bring it all together. We've uncovered the 5 fruits that can quietly spike your blood sugar after 60 bananas, lychees, pineapples, mangoes, and grapes. They may look innocent, but for aging metabolism, they act more like hidden sugar bombs. And the good news, you don't have to give up fruit. You just have to be smarter with your choices. Reach for the low-sugar, high-fiber heroes instead. Avocados, citrus fruits, green apples, kiwi, and berries. These give you sweetness, vitamins, and steady energy without the sugar crash. By simply swapping what's in your fruit bowl, pairing fruit with protein, and staying hydrated, you can take control of your blood sugar naturally. No extreme diets, no confusion, just balance and awareness. Small steps like these help protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and keep your energy steady all day long. If you found this helpful, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Senior Wellness, and comment below with your biggest takeaway or share your favorite healthy fruit swap. Your stories help others in our community learn and grow too. Remember, staying healthy after 60 isn't about restriction, it's about making smart, simple choices that help you feel your best every single day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more simple, science-backed ways to stay strong and vibrant at any age.